officially less than a week away from Thanksgiving. Hopefully you've done all your shopping. Well, today, North Cobb Christian School held its annual Thanksgiving Steam Parade. Students showcased their creativity with their floats and decor. And the head of the school says this started back in 2020. It's grown every year since. He says parents and grandparents, they get out there really early to get a good spot. Love to see it. Well, today is the day. It is officially the start of the Thanksgiving travel season at Hartsfield-Jackson, and the airport officials say that today is expected to be one of the busiest days. So over the holiday travel period, 3.6 million passengers are expected to pass through Atlanta's airport. 11 Alive's Molly Oak is live right now. Molly, you don't have a suitcase. We know you're not traveling tonight, but millions of travelers are there. They're expected to fly through Atlanta. When is the busiest day going to be?
I really should have planned my travel better and just planned to fly out tonight while I was already here. But there is a little bit of a question about when the busiest will be, depending on who you ask. It depends on if you're talking the entire amount of travelers coming in and out of Atlanta, or travelers like the ones you see behind me who are just getting screened here. Now, one consensus is that today is expected to be one of the busiest during this Thanksgiving holiday travel. So if you're planning on flying over the next week and a half, listen up.
Today through the end of the year is amongst the busiest times at the airport.
It's the start of Thanksgiving holiday travel season at Hartsfield-Jackson.
It is way quieter than I thought it would be.
So far, travelers say it's been smooth sailing.
The line wasn't bad for TSA, the checking my bags, there was nobody in line at all.
Hartsfield-Jackson estimates today, the Sunday before Thanksgiving, and the Sunday after will be the busiest, with nearly 349,000 passengers projected today, the second busiest being the Sunday after, with more than 330,000 passengers.
Because I'm like not trying to deal with like the busyness and all that packed stuff, and yeah, so we're just trying to get here early. So
TSA, however, says it's projecting today, the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, and the Sunday after to be the busiest for passengers starting their journeys at Hartsfield-Jackson. TSA says so far this year, officers have screened almost 23.5 million passengers. That's an increase of 2.8 million passengers from the same time period last year. TSA says it's planning ahead for a busy holiday travel time with extra staff.
We will have extra officers on duty to open additional screening lanes, and security checkpoints will be open as early as 3 a.m. on busy days.
Delta is also adding staff to help with the holiday travel surge, saying it's adding 300 seasonal workers, while the airport added new escalators and elevators in Terminal T, saying the two-year $68 million project will increase efficiency for travelers. And TSA says if you're looking like these folks and one of the 1.1 million passengers expected to start your Thanksgiving holiday by flying out of Atlanta, you're going to want to get to the airport early. Those at the airport suggest 2.5 hours to 3 hours for domestic and 3 hours for international travel. Back to you guys.
So Molly, I do want to ask you this. This is something that a lot of people have been talking about. Even my aunt talked to me about this yesterday. People are going to the airport, they want to park there, but we know one of the biggest lots just closed a couple of weeks ago for renovation. So what should people do instead?
Yeah, that South Economy lot is still closed, so I want you to take a look at your screen. We got a couple of tips on best ways to get to the airport if you're planning on holiday traveling. Now, the airport officials are encouraging travelers to take MARTA to the airport if you can. If you want to park, ATL West lot is a great option, in addition to the lots at the North Terminal. You can also reserve spots at these lots, but they are going fast, so you should also consider parking off airport property at a nearby parking lot where they will bus you to the terminal, and those spots can also be reserved. But again, spots are going quick, so you're going to want to book your spots ASAP, maybe even look to your December travel plans. Go ahead and get those booked as well. Guys.
Some great advice, Molly. Thank you so much.